Hey guys, I guess this is becoming like a weekly thing where I answer your questions and help you out with your different issues and problems. So we got 3 today. They're a little bit lighter, I guess, than what some of my other ones were. Well, first of all, I want to answer one question. People always ask me what the mural is in behind me as I'm talking to you. So I love New York. And as you can see, it's the love. Oh my gosh, how do I get that? There we go. The love statue that they have in New York. I know they have it everywhere else, but I kind of have a New York themed apartment. And so yeah, that's what this is in behind me. Okay, so the different questions that I've been given. The first one is from a follower who she says that she isn't considered beautiful. She's considered chubby. She's got glasses, which I've got glasses. I've got various glasses. She has braces. I used to have braces. They're just temporary. And then you get teeth that look good. So don't worry about braces. They just suck temporarily. She isn't really into fashion until recently. But her mom is always putting her down and always making her feel like, you know, she's not pretty and that she could be better. Basically, you know, you have to love yourself. And one thing I find is that your biggest critics can be your family, unfortunately. And I just kind of ignore it because sometimes, a lot of the time, I feel like my biggest critics are the people who are closest to me, who shouldn't be. And it sucks that it's like that. And, you know, moms are supposed to be superhuman, but they're just people too. And you have to remember that your mom wasn't always your mom, and you never know what kind of issues she's dealing with and you know, what she went through and why she is who she is. You know, like, that doesn't excuse the way that she's talking to you and the way that she makes you feel. But the one thing that I've learned as I've become an adult is that my mom was once a kid, and my mom once was a teenager, and my mom once went through things, and that's why she is who she is, and I can't change it. And so, you know, you just gotta kind of keep going and keep doing things and keep being proud of yourself and keep knowing that you're beautiful, and braces are temporary. But you're beautiful, and don't listen to what your mom says. You know, and there's nothing wrong with not being the skinniest little girl in the world, because it's actually, guys don't necessarily like that. You know, I talk to any of my guy friends, and they'd rather love a curvy girl than a little tiny skinny toothpick. But, you know, body shapes are different, and if you're I have one best friend who is just naturally skinny, and she can just eat all the cheeseburgers in the world, and she's still going to be skinny. And there's nothing that can change that. And if you're a curvy girl and you're just naturally curvy, I naturally have a pot belly. And it sucks and I can't get rid of it. But you know what? Just be the most beautiful you can be. And be the best you can be. And don't try to be anyone else. Because the guy that falls in love with you will fall in love with you for you, and that's what you want. But while we're speaking about guys, the next question is a follower wants to talk about guys. She has some advice about guys. So it seems like she's in 8th grade, 8th or 9th grade. She's liked a guy since grade 5, and they dated, and you know, now they're on and off, and he's a big pain in the butt and a big flirt. Basically, I've dated every single guy there is to date. None of them are worth it. You're better than everyone. Guys are the worst. Guys will be the worst for the longest time. Looking back, I wish I knew what I knew now about guys, because I just wouldn't have dated. Because they're just, they're the worst. And in grade 8 and grade 9, they are just, oh my god. I had an on and off thing all throughout high school, pretty much. From grade 9 to grade 12. There were like a year or two where we didn't even talk, and then we'd be back on again. And now I think he's homeless, or he doesn't have a job and he couch surfs. Yeah. Just, it's not worth your time, because maybe someday he'll be homeless and you're going to be married to a great prince. And, just don't waste your time with people who don't want to waste their time with you. It's a bit harsh, but it's the truth. If a guy doesn't want to waste his time with you, don't waste your time thinking about him. It's simple as that. They suck. They just suck. And then the last one is, my parents tell me that I need to grow up and stop liking Disney, but I'm afraid. I don't want to grow up, and I don't want to give up Disney. We need to stop saying that we don't want to grow up, because there's nothing we can do about that. I know, Peter Pan, never grow up, but we need to redefine not growing up. We obviously are going to get old, and that's what we're going to deal with. But what we're afraid of isn't growing up. We're afraid of changing who we are. We enjoy who we are as young people, and we don't want to become that adult, that boring adult, your mom, your dad. And I was afraid of growing up. When I was 16, I had this big mental breakdown because I didn't want to grow up. And I have so much fun now. Things are so much more fun the older you get. Don't be afraid of growing up necessarily. Just know that you don't have to lose who you are the older you get. You can, look at me, I'm still, what is that, Alice in Wonderland on my shirt? I wore it to work today. I work in the legal department. Oh yeah, what? So I still just keep being who I am, even though the rules tell me, you're supposed to grow up. You don't have to give up who you are. You don't have to grow up. My 60-something-year-old uncle still plays with trains and buys Lego because it's fun for him. So you don't have to grow up. Stop saying you don't want to grow up. Just say that you don't want to lose who you are. And we need to redefine not growing up, because saying that you don't want to grow up, you can't change that, and it's really scary, and it makes depression and anxiety a lot worse when you're afraid of something you can't control, like aging. But we don't have to stop being Peter Pan children, as my parents call me, and they make it to be a diss. But I've turned it around, and I've made it into a compliment. So keep being a Peter Pan child, but just redefine the word, and don't be afraid of the inevitable. Just keep holding on to who you are. And again, as I've said 1,000 times, when your parents tell you to stop liking Disney, just tell them a grown man invented Disney. And so if a grown man can make Disney, then someone in their teens and someone in their 20s and someone in their 60s can like Disney too. But that's it for me. I have to go to my best friend's birthday party, and I'm doing an Alice in Wonderland outfit, kind of. So I've got Alice, I've got these glasses, and but they do a glare, so I don't want to put them on. But they've got roses and flowers on them, like the talking flowers, right? Okay. Okay, well, I gotta get going. Have a good night.